Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Comics, and the comic we're keeping up with today is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 118 from IDW Studios. So, I said that I was going to give this book a try, and I tried issue number 116, and it didn't really do it for me. I got on the train at the wrong time, and so I found an arc that mentioned Oroku Saki, the Shredder, and mentioned him coming back, and so I decided that maybe this is a good jumping on point. And what I'm finding with this book is that I'm pretty sure there's a good story in here. There's pretty good writing. It looks pretty fun, but it may not be for me or for, I guess, my demographic, if you could say. I'm one of those guys who grew up with the old Ninja Turtles, Four Turtles, Shredder, Bebop, Rocksteady, and that kind of thing. And this book has kind of outgrown that in a sense. It's kind of moved past what we traditionally know as the basic Ninja Turtles story. So that being said, we kind of open up with Oroku Saki, not the Shredder right now anyway, meeting up with this turtle, Leah. I think she may be from the future. I don't know. I kind of got a glimpse of that during 116, and she's kind of telling him how to make amends and kind of move forward with his life. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know when he decided to make this turn, but that's kind of where we're going right now with the Shredder character. And so he's out here somehow time hopping, space hopping. I don't know what kind of magic she has, but he's out here helping the turtles in small ways while they're in their endeavors. I think Mikey is helping put together some resistance to this character called Hob in Mutant Town. Whatever Mutant Town is, I've got to get used to some of this stuff because a lot of this stuff is new. And some of the other turtles are in creative endeavors. And of course, Raphael is somewhat training fighters. They're kind of unique fighters, but he's training fighters. And that's kind of what goes on in this book until we catch up with April, who sees some kind of eggs going into a van. Apparently there's some kind of mutant eggs or mutated eggs from these eel creatures. I don't know anything about that. Like I said, this is my second book, but the start of this new arc, and I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but I do recognize the mayor of New York at the time. I'm not going to give that away, but the mayor is pretty interesting. He's involved in these mutant eel eggs, and basically April kind of gets caught up and gets too close to the situation, and her and this other character who is like the mayor's assistant get into a big fist fight. The fight kind of leads down to the sewers. Well, at least April ends up in the sewers, and some pretty surprising results happen in the sewers with these eels that April's running from. She's actually of all the characters that are in this book who I would think want the smoke, I wouldn't think April wanted the smoke, but apparently April wants the smoke. I don't know what this is. I don't know where it comes from, but it was pretty interesting. And then she catches up with Raph and tells Raph what went on with her in the sewers. And at the end of the book, she basically ends up being a wanted person. I won't really say by who, and I won't really tell you who got her involved in being a wanted person, but April is now a wanted person in New York, and people think that she may be contagious with some kind of mutant disease. And that's kind of where we leave off. It's a big turn for me from what the Turtles have been in my childhood and growing up, and I'm pretty sure I've heard a lot of old school original Turtle comic fans who don't really get with this version of the characters, this version of storytelling, and I can see where that comes from. Just to look into my personal life, my personal fandom, I picked up the first issue of the new Transformers series from IDW, and I was really excited. To read it. And then in the first few pages, I got the sense that Prime and Megatron weren't mortal enemies, and I have not seen that book since. So I know the feeling that the older Turtle heads kind of have with this storytelling. I don't think it's a bad book. I think it's a pretty good book. I think that you'll have to kind of let go of tradition, or maybe it's for younger readers altogether. But I don't think it's a bad book. So that was Ninja Turtles 118 for me. As I said, it's not bad. It's not great, but I can see where some people like it, and I can see where some people hate it. But yeah, that's it for me and Ninja Turtles 118. If you want to check it out, give it a try. It may be for you. It may not, especially if you remember the old Ninja Turtles and you kind of want to hold on to what you remember. This may not jive with your sensibilities. I'll leave it at that. So that was Keeping Up with the Comics. I hope you saw something you liked. I hope you saw a book that you're going to try in the future. If you enjoyed yourself, hit the like button. And if you want to keep up with me, Keeping Up with the Comics, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that share button. And of course, always feel free to leave comments. I think that's what this community and this platform is about, engaging, communicating with each other, showing love. So go ahead and leave comments if you would like to. And as I always say, as I always end these things, love yourself, love one another, read your books, and I will be back in the flash.